our live stream. Na yentua Ghana nkomo no so. Aka 87 days to election 2024. Why a crowd? Why a ready? Abano beto akohe. And then ebe inform me what decision to vote. And we are mamimbusa sa question. Aka 87 days to 2024 elections, no. Question me busa we any say. Ede empa na wo begina so ede ato aba ama o preferred candidate. And can't me say me meto aba me MPP ntimi because me MPP ni. That is not a solid reason. And can't me say me meto aba me NDC because me ya wo me to NDC mu. Any solid reason. The two front runners, Dr. Baumia and John Dramani Mahama, have put out their policies. The omo peso omo beye. Well, womo performance in government, and so we need to ya. Oral and Chamatin, ne performance in government as minister. Chada, na brabo in social life, social media, so the one who didn't inquire. Wetie ne nsem so awaka. Wetie oral and Chamatin tirimu pon nsem awaka. We no na mekai because womo make an impression. There are other candidates or minim ne obetwusu. But ne obetwusu no edinti na obetwusu. Other candidates or Facebook na minim ne obetwusu. Say John Mahama, what is ne obetwusu no reason edinti na other candidates or Facebook na minim ne obetwusu. John Mahama, what is ne obetwusu no reason edinti na other candidates or Facebook na minim ne obetwusu. John Mahama, what is ne obetwusu edema cheda. Enti wo ba na bekire owura lankodwo kirematen ede empa na wo begina so se enu nte wo to aba ede amano. And anyway, I want to hear you out and I want to get into your mind. There must be a reason. Join us live on Facebook. And ne anopa beye nondum pe mu pepepe and a media coalition against Galamsey. One no in fact, yen press conference I hu dewuru no eba so. Na press conference no ko na wie yen statement na beto dwa. Ewe me no be komu kakra. Joint civil action against Galamsey, emergency response for poisoned rivers urgently needed. And no any the title of the statement. Our coalition no ede atu edwa. Enra mene opening ken na shigbe ekasa we edwumedie so. The fight against Galamsey is still on. We seem to have lost the fight. But for some of us, yabemumuye. For some of us, yempaba will continue. We will demand a responsible leadership from both the sitting government and the opposition. Because one to about sitting government, about to about obi opposition. And the responsibility will be theirs. Say omobe solve Galamsey. So we will continue to demand this level of responsible leadership from Yempenin for no 98.9 FM power Daben Jumedienie. Na ukwe coalition no demands a one. There are 5 demands. Our coalition ye 5 demands. Na me no be kosa demands mu nyina. Kobe Senanu Brown. That's my boy. Also, yeah, wofa. Until we are over Facebook, no, not over Bechreme. What will be that reason to abeto abama John Dramani Mahama? What will be that reason to abeto abama Dr. Baumia? What will be that reason to abe prefer Cheddar and Alan Chematin? Or other candidate I mean money dear Chemini into abeto abama no. Me pesa reason no. Yankoye, a few ye, ya will meet to MPP, Muntimedia, MPP, Anameto. Yes, I won't mean quachiri. Because Sako Kuromuti exercise na ye kwakwaye no, a far-reaching impact. On the 17th of September, Muntie NDC Chairman Johnson Esidun Ketia, Muntie no.
You have been asking us, if they don't comply, what would you do? This is your answer. On the 17th of this month, the NDC is embarking on a massive nationwide demonstration in all 16 regional capitals. Descend on the Electoral Commission offices, and we in Accra will descend to the headquarters.
Johnson Esedun Ketia, a national chairman, Emma the National Democratic Congress. Now, listen to the reaction of the MPP's Peter McMenu, former chairman of the party.
Playing a chase-up game on us because we left this in 2015. When they said, "Oh, MPP is talking nonsense. MPP is talking rubbish."
Opening Peter McMenu say NDC play a catch-up game. Concerns about voter register ne die. Womo no mo hyase. Ne mara na womo ye no, okan say na NDC for bo womo achi. Asa womo nim nie na womo ye. Now, he used the word, he said, they left it a long time ago. Is that to say, sir, the NPP are okay with a register, not sending it here, but do we even have a register at the moment? Happy 98.9 FM. Yeah, but the reasons are NDC Amanyo Kono, Ejina so say 17th of this month. One more a nationwide demonstration to put pressure on the Electoral Commission, say, Obeye anasi ebema kwayama an independent forensic audit akoso on the register. Ewe my guest, a deputy communication officer, Emma the National Democratic Congress, Godwin Gunn. We'll find out why. Now, particularly, the importe any problem will register anymore. A DNA NDC for observations. A DNA Oma Huno. Na the Omo Freno, a irregularities, anomalies, flaws now Omo Huno. Is it that significant? Enunti Womusuro so Muntinim collection with this register now. 16 regions Nina demo one day. Will the police have the ability to handle it? They are born common here in common. Earlier today, party no any abosifo edi in Shemu Emma Jumedino omo de woman krata ekoma eye abosifo ohe eye Public Order Act na opeso a demonstration 5 clear days before the demonstration obe notify police for. But let me bring you back to the issue of Galamsey. Say na media coalition against Galamsey. A Ghana coalition against Galamsey. You have TUC in there, you have Ghana Federation of Labour in there. You were a Ghana Medical Association in there. 5 demands and a coalition here. Number 1 demand, say the president must declare a state of emergency over our water bodies and get the military to clear everyone found on the water bodies. Second demand, all planned and active mining concessions overlapping with river buffers should be abrogated, and all mining activities within 100 meters of all rivers and streams should be halted immediately by the president, failure of which the president must implement the full force of Act 995 without fear or favor of political color and status in society. The third demand in said, almost all water bodies take their sources from the forest reserves. So all entry permits given to mine in protected, globally significant biodiversity areas must also be abrogated. 4. Repeal LI 2462 immediately. 5. All the presidential candidates of the political parties vying for elections should publicly declare their total support for this crisis response. Coalition Asamone say, and many here says Mampeni and declare state of emergency. Ewa yensu and suaswa amount for a two femo budie wo ho. Oma soja from pamo mu nyina emfiri ho. 2. In Shisheye bia ya any mining concessions bia ye de ama. Some mining concessions no eben insuo ano no. Ewa se sia. Aban no Minerals Commission etwitwa saa concessions ni nyina emu. Na ankwaba ne saa president or implementing the full force of Act 995. Frank hwehwene ehye Act 995 mame. Frank hwehwe mame Act 995. Na the third demand and say yenina yenim se yensu anyina no dodo na afiri enkwaye brentu ahodom. Enti mining concessions bia yamma ewo forest reserve bia mu no sesia enye just forest reserve keke na emomu no ne ya freno protected globally significant biodiversity areas. Say bia yewo baby a ye friend otade aha na munsuo tai ha munsuo to e ba be tai ha ye makwan mo bia nkutu fam agudie wo ho. Forest reserves yi ka ho baby ti say tiwa forest obi den ye na adwen se okotu fam agudie wo ho be start say sa forest na ye tenkran ye wu, because that is the canopy protecting Greater Accra. The fourth demand and they say you better repeal LI 2462 immediately. Sa LI way and the man kofu to me so mon kokwa ebrentum so mukwakutu efemo gudie. The fifth demand in say presidential candidates of the political parties na enfonsa mesha kratase say sa demands ye omo efwaso. Ewie unhunu sa demands yi saying na ususu se sa demands yi ebetimi aboa ama okon na ye kono ewie pay na. Share me on Facebook, join me live on Facebook with your thoughts or comments, any views on this very matter. And check na yen come on here the Bible shisha so Godwin na ko Ghana jina konya. Deputy National Communication Officer ma NDC Amanyoko. Ebedi NDC's planned demonstration or a Hong Kong. Demonstration betimi at the sa pressure na to isi so amoma amma kwan masa forensic audit aba so ana. Osompani nimia omen betumpong na ye. Pawo chomo ma mensan kame link no why Francis ka kire wo mo me hwe me link. Meeting the Bestmark Brown obetimi Afremi BB. Show produced by Frank Afo. Supported by Joel Sanko. Meda me digital team say omo na omo make sure say you streaming live on Facebook. Reynald Yawajiman ye me co-presenter ye dijumedie no ebrewo. Happy birthday to you, Isaac Youngson. Ono ena oye in charge of E Productions, head of E Productions. And then Mr. Youngson Awoda. Happy birthday to you, my brother. Enjoy your day today. Beton Safro Sebra Facebook na inim komono na enye there. Abigail is ensuring we are streaming live. Wama me saka link you know. Enti me share. Wonso sobra nebe share what the any nyina yema komono enye there. Every Sapepepe ena etie yentie Johnson Esiedun Ketia one more time. Yentu ankomono so.
Those of you who have been asking us if they don't comply, what would you do? This is your answer. On the 17th of this month, the NDC is embarking on a massive nationwide demonstration in all 16 regional capitals. Descend on the Electoral Commission offices, and we in Accra will descend to the headquarters.
Descend on the Electoral Commission offices in the regions, and we will descend on the headquarters. Godwin Akubnan,
Honorable Bismarck Brown.
Hey, you don't know account.
Oh, you deserve it. You deserve it. Honorable Bismarck Brown.
Watch me also. Me who watch it. You can phone so. But you share chapa.
Na Mr. Media to myself from Swana, free me. Because on many occasions our friend me. Some I even agree say me ba. But na bibi ababe bom. Enti bon fan cheme.
They are children that
na I'm say happy so there my film. It's been years. Me ba ha.
Me no na sha see o.
Me how on baby. Mo san so aba ha there. Na try say be assure me say because me ba ha me nam kra na me nemo friends reporter ba ko a ye ne call police protest we be see no na me ka chen say eh aha ne pon so ani abetena ha ni abetena me ba salam da ache
this is ye pe huno
ene dey say pa ho ada be
ye ma ne pa ho
ada enimu ya ye be pe ne puma sibre
yes man
ye be pe ne puma sibre
na demonstration ya mo okay
before ye be ba demonstration bibi
okay
resetting Ghana
okay
jobs, accountability, prosperity, and we are in 2024 manifesto.
That's right.
The mirror idea, a bridge version.
Okay.
Mema bako.
That's it.
Senebeya.
Maybe
next time cry banu you say the moon komo ye.
Exactly.
Ebi no eye omo launch omo manifesto no cry ye hunu copies ni kuna ye bi akan.
Oh, so online.
Obi say ko online. Ye dey unse online so dey obi ani twa say you can edit it anytime that you want.
Okay.
But so when you print here, it become a contract. A see, me for bibia enye. Uko print, uko sesa wo copy krana. Me copy ya, me kutano. Me nya send be ya. We want you to take our manifesto seriously. Nyame I don't know the 2 minutes so my 4 years at ADN. We win here 8 years manifesto promise.
Okay, we have
4 year manifesto promise. Send be ya move to me. Ebisa ye ho asem se ne be ya ekene bi ye san so after 4 years aka ho a be bisa say book ya mo de mai say mo be ye ABCD no emu ahe and am to me at the IS so that you take us serious near online for.
Thanks for this copy.
Thank you, sir.
A 69-page document, abridged form.
Exactly.
Makai be Makai pussy baby online version.
Oh, okay.
But I think say the hard copy will help me. Say for easy referencing and all of that. Make me underline the portions. But there's one interesting thing I saw in the manifesto, Resetting Ghana manifesto. And it's an issue of my raising pain. So, or my way say, pensions here. Yeah, you best solve one big problem, because one of the reasons a man for Bokrono, a word you may or come with Jim, baby, or Koda. It's a man for a dear Nibre priest, Kanya, the idea while working. But in your manifesto, no, you go a step further to include the informal sector. Most money your pension scheme for informal sector for. But Nami Busa say, are you not aware, say, currently, SNET, a war, Bibi Omo friend of seed, a year for informal sector for and no seeks to also solve the same problem a year jumadeda munya aware na.
You see, such programs, we are going to enhance them.
Okay.
Because you want crofwa omye bojo omo ankasa willingly and na omode omusika edeko, and most of the time ejume rura for and a few others. Yes, so informal sector and crofwa sebe ene owejuma echina oni ejuma. But in our social setting, the person can still be committed to paying his pension. We are aware of the program that the Senate is already having, and we are going to enhance it. The truth is that Senyamiya Adumna get to a point that I are committed to this paying Senate contributions. May assure say at the age of 55, some people would voluntarily want to retire and the fear of going home is a killer. That idea itself, Emma and Crawford, echo fear and check na omu. Into even the benefits of it in a crown, omusa enka. The omusaka this lump sum amount be a debemebusia for an idea it ends there. But ankadia sanka bosumi bia utumi enjoy no. Listen, if you go outside this country, omu live large a young Crawford pension. They live larger than exactly
those who are taking expensive vacations.
Exactly, pensioners. However, that is where the problem is. And you see, another your friend is saying the Mahama case so
okay.
Obi a wako pension. Obi say and that is true. Say omo suffer from diabetes, BP. The age is coming down. Initially. Now we say pensioners they bring air suffer from that, So the fact that you are part of the Senate program, that Mahama Care takes care of you.
Okay.
Yeah, your friend is saying
into money what's more enhance seed. Money enhance seed.
Yes.
So I bet sesa edina na.
It doesn't need to.
Okay.
It doesn't need to. You see, it is what you are going to benefit. That is our interest.
Okay.
And like so benefits politicians, yensa Senate properties, and also.
Okay.
One of the things that is also going to be added, we are going to reduce the political hands in this Senate and Senebeya, they can take decisions that will benefit pensioners. Yeah, decisions are politician be epe bibi ntino yenchia bibi emanensa.
But currently, non-political actors are what's in the board most of those saying political appointees and I'm a organized labor and almost like 5 representatives.
You see, it looks on paper, it looks correct.
Okay.
But on decision making, why would it be say a papaton? Your friend is saying hotels, Senate hotels. Abaya where a cabinet. One more like board, so like you mentioned TUC4, not Adiano. They were so quiet until say Kase be APO baby say Yempene and Sana. So it will look like politicians Isha also. But the voice of the politician on decision making far outweighs
the specifically.
You see, your structures of appointment.
Okay.
We know currently say the appointment structure it benefits the politician. For instance, say Oshe sa ejapadie friend is a document in minimum so kind and also so kakra. It foretold us how they were going to do to get a chief executive, to be able to get board members and all those things. So you should know, say, a planned politician can have his way around making sure, say, yebeyi encrophobi na encrophobi aba. We can use even civil servants to do the bidding of your friend is the politician and all that. And this is all about goodwill and having the willingness to take care of our friend is saying, mothers and our fathers who are either retired or getting close to their retirement.
How the enhancement will be, because the seed as it is now appears to be very comprehensive. And at the last check, figures are estimated about in terms of informal sector for really on to seed, the numbers are looking quite good. So we'll have an extensive chat one day and look at enhancement and what they more. Now, India name common and mutimi kuhua posi for nana.
Yes. In fact, omoto omonsa.
Oh, okay.
A friend let na modify first it was the roots.
Okay. And maybe I'm
befa. And normally say you shall say free Obra Sports. From Obra Sports, you kofa Cantamanto. Then we hit the high street.
Yeah.
From the high street, now normally you're not your House of Folk Park and so. But this time around, because we are sending a first petition to Parliament.
Okay.
Into Yebefa Independence Square for Accra Sports Stadium. Na yede krata na Parliament. If you Parliament, also new office, also close to Parliament. Na ya twice on the almost so
Electoral Commission.
Electoral Commission and the almost your petition. Akoma one. However, I'm also sad.
Police for non-penisa
route, okay. Just with the reason say, or 100 years, a choke that. Now your number say, so many how large the NDC's demonstration is into the company. But at the end of the day, we're able to, because you see, here, any police,
okay.
See any police battery and I be here, and we accepted any routes because it is our petition that we want to get to Parliament and also to get to the exactly.
Okay.
So we agreed to say from Obra Sport, Yebeko Akwakofa, your friend is Farisco.
Okay.
Na Yakwako PATUC.
Okay.
Na Yafa Accra Sports Stadium.
Okay.
Near the Akwa Parliament. From there.
Okay. But so TUC, a number for Accra Sports Stadium.
Also offer a friend is saying Farisco.
Okay.
It leads you straight to TUC.
Yeah.
Na ya to to the high street. No, instead say befa to do abebe sorry, instead say befa friend is Cantaman to road abebe high street. We'll still use the to do.
Timafa Accra Technical University.
Very good. The branch near branch left.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the Akwako PMO Parliament House in the mayor.
So the police wanted to avoid the Accra Central line, okay? Because the whole traffic.
Okay. You know, we didn't have a train, so that was a year router. Yeah, agree.
Okay.
Then the terminating point also came up. Say maybe an electoral commissioner one. They don't think say a cohort. Now we could make them also meet us in Parliament.
Okay.
So yes, I saw a free Parliament in Nimhona, air call, runabout, read runabout, Kebetuma terminity,
okay.
Nankomo Omaba,
okay.
Ababe, so back and forth, and no more agree, said Debbie. Yanumuna and Cofield in so.
Okay.
Now Yanko agree on the terminating point because we insisted, say, see the call office.
Okay.
But we also met ourselves halfway, and I said we met them halfway. So okay. Before I drew, we'll do a barrier there so that we will still go there. The leadership will go there and then present your petition to them, and we agreed with it because the time is short, and what we need is urgent.
But what do we know about the other regions and the agreement with the police?
Yes. First of all, your letter na your cover all the regions.
Okay.
However, we still insist that all our regional secretaries should go and inform the police. Say they also mean preparation. And this will be the first time demonstration all the 16 regions are doing it at the same time because ideally and Quebec say free but we are doing it simultaneously. I name say.
And then they inform me that simultaneous approach. Is it because of time?
It's because of time.
Okay.
Because at the here no, and yet 1 week as and yet 2 weeks as we are asking for a forensic audit. Senebeya obia Ghana unhiano opeso oto abano obeda enya abotoso say register ye de call elections no e clean.
Okay.
Wa obekọ akọre no ware. Wa obekọ akọkọ wini no we wini. But as it is now no, the register is not fit for the 2024 elections.
So the question is, okay,
okay, and because it is not fit, we are willing to help correct it. And if we'll be able to correct it, it will depend on the availability of the friends electoral commission to agree with us. Say, Sabi, Penifo say, Utrimu fire, Intia Moanyade, Unkune Biada. Intino, once and also only Krano, Fadia, or the train. So these are some of the things we want the electoral commission.
Assassin
of Fadio de train. Once run up upon in some this is something that we want the electoral commission to agree with us and to agree with the other political parties. Say, Yema and independent, we have them here. KPMG, there are other institutions available. Let us do this audit.
Deloitte
and Touche, and we can do this thing simple.
Okay. Now, question back when you say, now send we voters for the exhibition. Can we say we have a register today? Because there is a register for 2024 election.
We don't have a register.
Into forensic audit, audited then.
You see, anytime I heard Alan Martin, Honorable Alan Martin, complaining. You see, Obi, one man forms on fan corner, on Felena, on Famra. Register. And for the first time in the Fourth Republic, MPs, candidates, both presidential and parliamentary, filling form, in the register.
It's an anomaly.
Yes, because Bibi say, and then Okoso fele Alan form amano. No one say, a friend is saying, Osuklote, Osuklote constituency, Hana Metro about I belong to this district. Into on this district, mina me fele ama Alan, and I say mina me fele ama Obifu.
So before I be endorse you, be form, I was a registered voter. You must be in the register.
Exactly.
Okay.
Apart from being the register, you must be in a particular district.
Okay.
But this is a case, ye being from Tamale South to Pusiga, from Mokaiku North to Ketu South. If such a person genuinely make card in ye, True Vine and I may register into me sign it, I'm a MP ewaha. Now Kobane say for her book near Yimidi Ako Ketu South, which means
when you're qualified to endorse in a form in that district.
Exactly, and if in effect,
they disqualify and
disqualify OBMP.
And as my reason, I'm a question about between said. So now I'm on for filing nomination.
Yes,
you need register.
Yes.
So a Quembena Electoral Commission befa so I verify one more my endorse candidates in the forms to check whether they are truly valid registered voters and
my provisional register. Provisional register is not a final register.
Exactly.
So we are strictly using the provisional one. Unlike before, I can freely, comfortably do this without thinking it's a provisional. And then a best this time round, anything can happen.
Why won't the NDC ask the EC to produce the final register and send a Mabusa for a forensic audit?
You see, a time near the edge. Print your friend is saying
ballot papers.
Ballot papers also printing according to the population in
the register.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it must coincide with the a friend is saying
Nipadodo
a war honor and constituency. Into Kwakwa and as all yes, this argument, with a provisional register. What is the guarantee? Say, Meme constituency, I hear 65,000. Yanko 75,000, Yanko printed and more than. O printing more so you will juma obibe to me the aye. Okay. And nothing yakwa print here, yenina yako, ye the agents ako, omo monitor the printing. But 2020, you remember a friend is saying, a press house here, a friend is saying, Achimote.
Bulk press.
Bulk press.
Yeah.
Omo printing 1 million extra. 1 million extra. Yebisa no. Yet Yebisa, what was the reason? It is for second round.
Possible
second round. But if it's a possible second rounder, we wouldn't use the same friend saying it will be two. So why? And then get me investigators we saw people in a dressel now already printed and unprinted register and arrested them. Ne patron say excess numbers be akwakodini pebi entem. And some, why is the Electoral Commission not willing to be transparent for you to walk this journey together? These elections, Jane Mensah wants it to be like it's about her. Sani Yuhuno. But indeed, Afarijan, Charlotte say, will tell you that this is about the Ghanaian, it's about the political parties. So when there are any issues, Afarijan will call you. Most of the program is saying, and maybe Modi and saying, and this Modi and saying, we always solve it together with Afarijan. But this woman here, Obeka Chao say, me back.
Forensic audit here more demanding your provisional register.
Yeah.
How do you audit a provisional register?
That is why I'm happy with the why question, because NPP had the register a week before we got it.
Really?
When I am telling you.
More evidence.
I am telling you. You see, there are a lot of things why this woman will not open up and will want to protect and friend is saying the data as it is. Daben your friend is saying, yeah, dear my a day to the exhibition. My soft copy.
Okay.
It was a whole your friend is saying drives.
Okay.
And a but as at that time, a day before, now Electoral Commission agents omo print omo de ekutomo at the next day no omo de ba center ho ababa exhibit. So why didn't you give to us
hard copies?
No, we don't even need the hard copy.
Okay.
The soft copy we can still work with it.
Okay.
What you say? But Momo officers, more print here Momo. It has traveled from your office to the regional office to the various constituencies and has traveled to the polling stations at Omkwakwa exhibited. Which means you had it. You have printed it. Why didn't you give to us as at that time? It's because they thought that they were going to suffocate us. Yeah, the soft copy now wanajo. Exhibition. What can you do?
I said exhibition in one day.
Exactly. And I'm saying, and I made sure say, a year time, because you must also push it to your constituency, your region, your branches, and all those things for them to also do it. But thankfully, we knew what they were about, so we're very prepared. We had our own software because don't forget to say, register. Yeah, they call 2020 elections. We already had it.
Yeah.
So what we were looking for is the extra one in 2022. Registration added to assembly elections. We had that one too.
Okay.
So we have connected our, your friend is saying, software in the sense it will be able to read the two.
Okay.
So if there are any variants, it will start pop up.
Okay.
The only thing that we were waiting for was the current registration. Limited one. Near the account. And surprisingly, that night, now you say yes.
And then I'm here.
This whole system had been tampered with. Let me show you.
Oka tampered with an.
Why I am telling you, say, deliberate and say, I don't want it to seem like it is incompetence.
Okay.
And then 2 officers of the Electoral Commission are on interdiction.
2 officers.
Officers of the Electoral Commission are. If it was an error, will you interdict your officer?
Am I interdicted because of the
because of the anomalies or in the register?
More IT department.
Yes.
Okay.
Intino, a DNA about trima error, over punish you. You just correct the error and then we just move on. What punishing if I mean?
Interdiction.
Interdiction
means that we investigate you.
Thank you. So it tells you, say, you have admitted, say, the system has been tampered with.
Now, as stakeholders, minimum offense, particularly.
Offense in MIA. And we don't want to go ahead of them.
Okay.
Secondly, more officers also are our pusiga. Or no so is on interdiction. Because he was able to transfer people from another region, another constituency, to a different region, a different constituency, without them being present. How can that be an error? Especially when those people claim, say, Obi Beji ye cards, say, or Babe my loan. Loan number, Africans na kwa kopiye pusiga. Ne patch say, your system.
Obi be ma loan na voter ID card, no be Jenya Ghana card.
And I make sure say, at least those people, so their level of, being his card and desperation, minko investigating a level of intelligence or all that. But they willingly gave it as a way to me the agile. Now, akwako pie pusiga. And you told us, say, before we be to my transfer, the person must be physically present. And you're there in a cards, you to me at the year. You be saying, almost say their system is, there are some vulnerabilities in their system that people can. So if you are admitting, say, there are vulnerabilities in your system, at the intina, you know, who says our vulnerabilities, affect Kojo, and now say, affect Ama. Are we asking for too much? Sure, this simple thing, let me give you some few findings here. And this is just some few samples.
Okay.
243,540 previous transfer illegally added to the 2024 transfers.
Previous transfer
Illegally added to 2024 transfers, including repetition of illegally transferred names. Intino BBC na Odin Krania so I repeat it. And this was 243,000.
You had about 243,000 people are more than once.
Exactly.
Okay.
Over 15,000 unidentified voters transfer path due to fake registration of voters. What can I say? BVDs be a right.
Yeah.
We are suspecting. Say, BVDs, and a register 15,000 people. Let me explain to you.
Why do you classify them as unidentified?
Yes, because your 2020 register. Omudini.
Okay.
2022 Yadeko Assembly elections. Omudini.
Okay.
The recent one, you phone every day. You print the number of people. Mom reporters go around and say, oh, and then Nipa 15 year register, wow, machine here slow. Nipa 30 later, about Nipa 100, Nipa 120, and all that. Every day, we take these figures. So cumulatively, you say total registration. You say 1.5 million. Electoral Commission say they are expecting 1.2 million. Total. Previous ones were the account. An excess of 15,000. Seven prayers. They didn't register from any of the centers. Okay, I say, say registration kit, omo mai ni nyina ni codes a ewo ho
na mo hwehwe ni
serial numbers thank you ebidi maayen later Ashanti regions omo fa maayen gidi but they didn't know so we have already taken it.
I see.
Because the registration numbers no ebo machine no we took it before we decided say monfa official one no MIA because we are ahead of them. You understand? Ye collate bibia no. This is the finding say ye babe exhibition over 15,000 enkrofo unidentified. Esesa mo kire yen. Kwan ya omo fa so a omo ba so because on the you every day bia mo print start of day and end of day.
Okay.
Into the MPP one and no na yeso ye wo. Ye wi an nyina ya pon ya sign ne ekọ. But this is the situation we've been able to get 15,000 names na omuden eneso. Yes, Sunya 3,957 voters in 2023 registered, but deleted from 2024 provisional register. And Crawford, ye tabulated numbers, 3,957 ye deleted
from the 2023 registration. Okay.
So we must be able to know, say these deleted names because we have them. Omewu. And now say the neba ya ye delete omo free because people also went to check at the exhibition center almost say omudin enim.
So sir 2023 registration no I was say omudin PA 2024 provisional register.
Exactly. Because once they are in the register, they are in the register.
Okay. But more 2024 provisional register no.
Nasa for yes. So Crawford Mudin needs our register no. 3,957.
Oh, okay.
You understand? After another 2,094 voters transferred to different polling stations, but not found in the absent voter list as required by law. Okay. 2,094 people, and that's said 2,100 voters transferred to different polling stations, but not found in absent voter list as required by law. Let me explain it. Say you transfer Odin work original ebia ina to about polling station. Ablekuma North ebia polling station Christ the King church. Intino say Odin transfer Odin if you ebia for the sake of whatever no me pese meto wa ha pese me di ko mi kuro na me kwakoto intino safo no ye nya transfer wa ye wo bibi e friend absent voter list.
Okay.
As so din ebe mu e wo ho.
Okay.
Se ne be ya it is part of your calculations ye de e wo pink sheet na so.
Okay.
Inti se ebia voter register na so nipa ye friend say 501 and e wo so na ya transfer wo free ho akoba bia on the voter register, no, it's still 501.
Okay.
But the absent register, no, will tell you say
absentee list,
no, BB Bismarck Brown on the absent A. Nature say Oniha untumi fetri emetwaba ewaha. Intino, it will still be 501, but we are some print here. They are doing it at 500 because one person has been transferred. Inti, these people have been transferred. And omudin so no absent register omudin enim, which means to say they didn't transfer it
themselves
lawfully and as themselves obi na transfer wonum into obi na transfer wonum na say oduro na ohun list of absent register no kokohwema me proxy edema me nuaketoa Ambrose say I may be placed anywhere in the region on the election day. See, me have me
onto aba
emame. And nturu be ko ho no, me din e wo register ni. But we share proxy list na so a me din e wo Sam Bruce na beto aba mame. If anything that goes on the main register no, there's another registers of reference.
So there must always be correspondence.
Exactly.
Okay.
It must be to 2,094 people were not found in that register.
At what point absentee voters not listed the generate? Is it on the day of voting? And I say
the process
okay.
Because you know and Crawford some transfer mudin. Into unya transfer udin the day registration Both say line be or registration line, transfer form or your transfer for so a line.
Okay.
You understand? So out of all this, no, any the generated register. In the generated the main register, no. Now you proxy register, absentee register, and the kika.
Okay.
And so it works together.
To be an absentee voter, not just say what transfer the vote up for baby.
Exactly.
Why absentee will be a number to
oh,
okay.
Into being to be firm actually, MACH because yes, it's uncle for we know. Omudin will have but Omuka will be before.
Okay.
Any of the exhibition.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's another observation where
yes, I saw.
Okay.
And you see the level of manipulation and corruption of course.
Is it not possible say a software problem? Can they blame all of this as a deliberate act?
A software problem, you would have embraced us.
Okay.
So I deal with it. Because there was one guy, yene isi a meeting or two about true wine.
Okay.
Your friend of Furi. Or checking it. It was one of our complaints. And you say card bearer way only registering. And electoral commission a G card. And I say my check is here. We are lying. Yes, okay. We also want to see because True Vine register and they didn't any. And it's also a woman a wife. And I say we just saw the name and they say I say okay to sell.
So the deal was registering, but he need True Vine
or register. Until the day of the election, so drew her, they didn't any. And I'm saying to walk catch a say Nidin womb. Now, how did his name move from there and move to Ketu South? They couldn't give us a. I feel say if that is the case, your findings now, your one, Yenfa Emma one, now and correct it and I say our position is no.
That was on the 6th Anamibwa.
Yes.
Okay. That meeting didn't go too well.
Yes. Almost Yenfa, yeah, mom, friend is saying. No, if you say it didn't go too well, it's true. But at least they were able to admit to some of the things that we were claiming.
Okay.
In the Yenfa data, no, yes.
Your interest is to have these matters resolved.
Yes. You see, we told them how we were able to do it. And we also told them, say, mo IT for now, they know about this software and they know how to do it. If it is not manipulation, I'm say mo ya. Come on, country say fire document, in any case, said Bema mo crime for because when it comes to software applications, the commander or the man no,
and
ebediso. What you say? And you have IT people here who can be able to rectify this thing. Intino, ya the man must see ana, Mubetuma say, okay, the idea mamono, a beer, mupono, mujidi say, more more. Yen share is less than 50,000. Intini, ya babe correct it, the momodi abbey. The aka, a beer, you no, not as no dear. So,
in what fashion did it go? We a presentation to the
yes,
EC.
we did a presentation.
We a presentation,
and we also want to do that presentation, like people like you, civil society, people who are interested in. We want to do the same presentation. Okay. And we'll teach them how to do it.
You will teach the EC.
We will let you know.
Okay.
And as if I say we'll teach them, I had to say okay. But for us, they know, but it's manipulation that they are doing. You would also.
So you would rather show them.
Yes, we will show them, or we will show the general public. Send a bear kasa ne me yet say NDC for na ye kasa.
Okay.
So that you will see what is really happening with our system. You see, say, with your friend saying, yeah, Papa Afarijan.
Yeah.
There was one principle. Also, no. Entering the system or doing anything, no, the electoral commission should be interested.
When I say entering the system.
Okay. First, no. So, Oshe, the data system, it was being operated by an independent body. See about registration, about BBA, it's an independent organization. I've forgotten their name. They were in charge of it. Mami way by,
STL?
I think it's XTL. Thank you.
Yeah.
XTL. Mami way by, also there be on my XTL and yes, I do on one casa ebeye. On one ebeye no knowing say it is for manipulation of the system. Because if it was XTL, we'll be more comfortable somewhere independent for protecting our data and ensuring say nothing happens. But what we key would enter software one of the things forensic auditing it will tell you the number of times they entered the system. Because I say obi I send a message na aba no we delete. You will see the line was we deleted it, but to tell you, say you will see the number of times they went into the system and what at every particular time, what they went to do with the system. That is why they are afraid. They say, "I'm forensic auditing." Apart from that, I don't see any reason where a clean person na wakwa registration ne bia yan file be full swap na aba ne ase forensic audit within a week. Obia akwakoda ya kwakọ print ya win anka demonstration anka beba so
na NDC fonkwa na mohunu sa ne mewo register ni mu ana. It appears
TV3 launched a program say election headquarters, so say I've forgotten how they call PS. That was a place former MPP General Secretary Nano Hinin represented Alan came to say this is the problem. They said it at the program. So omo kwako South name submit forms, so omo take omo forms. But register cry ye de be mo cry no aye problem. Register so aye de buy so no they are seeing fault with it. Into say ban say obi eko eko sign mo obi. Na ban say a transfer sir
every district
what will happen? And I say deleting it there. What will happen?
Disqualified candidate.
And EC officer was there. And of course, he cannot answer questions, but he's coming to represent Jane Mensa. We are not the only people complaining.
Okay, but you are the only party going on this demonstration. And
other parties will join. Okay. But you see, truth is that
now you are hoping somebody joining.
We are hoping somebody joining.
Okay.
Because kwakoto now per se udim kunim. Now ojidi so betumi edim kunim. The basic thing that you need a document and as a register or the truth is that with the numbers of MPP and DC, not intentional, not deliberate, but any smaller party be and say other party be a ekoye alliance and say ekoye would swallow them because of our numbers. Obviously we
into what it feels like more kwama others and also including Muamu.
Exactly. But because omo background be and penifone di anima na be hu say we mu so eka ho. But with the numbers they trust us would friends overshadow all the other political parties.
Happy 98.9 FM. Openia meni ni din komoy Godwin Gunn or a Deputy National Communication Officer Emma NDC Amanyuko. We are trying to understand NDC4 concerns with a register. No, see, no, we only have a provisional register. You need a final document. The 2024 register. Now, ahead of getting a final document, almost say a forensic audit of the provisional. But a bit of difficulty with that.
Okay.
So, maybe I think I've asked this question, but I'll ask it another way.
Okay.
Adena Montpellier Electoral Commission released the final document as the register because it be a final document in Bebanasa problems when I are solved. Then there will not be any need for a forensic audit. But a provisional register, it is certainly prone to mistakes. Enti munya muha botrenanka final document in Embre, na muha says problems with us.
Truth is that a questioner Obibisa Meka say Odibisa. However, it will be too late.
Why?
See, because look at the calendar of the
EC.
You understand. And also note, from 92, your registration, your exhibition, nothing like this has happened before. The quantum is scary. So Koba say nipa 20 bi and I'm from Sobiaba. Nipa 100 bi and from Sobiaba.
But it is not exactly true say nothing like this has happened before. We've had a situation of a bloated register before. And the NPP made huge noise about.
Let me give you a typical example.
Okay.
Even the 2020 elections, people were saying that it is bloated. Because if you look at our population census, NASA, your voter register, I think it's 15 million people who are saying, and our population is 30 million. Now, part of your calculation now, which means say obviously our
is half of the population
our
register,
which is not practically possible. You understand? Because always, young ones are more than your friend is saying, these were some of the things you can say your population census and then your voter register. It doesn't speak well because if half are above 18, it's suspicious. You understand? So people will always claim about bloated register. And Nima make kinds of see, I never mention anything about bloated register because as it is, it may look, but you see, with this system I use, anchor the future corrects itself. But Ceciano Jane Mensa and Crawford at the air back. Because why? Didn't we all agree, say, Anka, Ubinya 18 years, you could have walked to your friend's registration office and register. You understand? And that was where we were all moving towards. Senebia sunlight 10 on the once a month, ye be June, ye be more June, maybe 18, Munina, Mkotrumudi, and idea. It would have minimized the suspicion of bloating. But a dear, Namia drum after 2025, we may still push for that. And every district office, will be to me a register if you are you are
of the view, say STL Juma na womoya and electoral commissioner created an IT department one contributory factor to
I'm telling you
anomalies here, alleged anomalies.
I'm telling you because they have access to it. So they can move in and out at will. Change whatever you want to change at will. But prior to that, if there's going to be any change, all the political parties agree. Say, this registration, there's the total number we are going to key in, will be able to me out. And all those things. We are Yashati, STL, Econi Baby, political parties, campaign. How can it happen? Say, electoral commission, Obi to me come IT center, Ecofa laptops, Ecofa verification machines. When to me ankasa, it should able to tell you, say, that place na ankasa no, why you say your friends say suhum sahom. Obi to me call Kofa bibia ope, and manipulate system ni ye bibia ope ewo. Say yes, sir. When we are ye nyedwuma wo easy. Ye ba bontin be catch them say, ye wia mo BVD machines. Ye wia mo laptops. Mo catch them say, no kremo bibia enyrai. Later, you came to admit. So, yes, and okay, say, Nkrofo, Obiaba Bewia, inti afe yakwa.
But they also made the point to say, Niamana Irano ain't affect elections in any way.
You see, between me and you, yes, Roya. So you are not the one who is supposed to tell me, say, Adiana, we are no, affect BBR. In Bragno, we are no, not what the question. The person must be an IT person who knows what he can do with that machine or kakofano.
But it could have also could have been stolen by Obi or per laptop. Okay.
If it is true, if that is true, yeah, Bisamo say near Ayirano, Mufani number, and my Senebeya, we can be tracing it because the system that we are using, no, say Bibi, your register our system number. It tells you the machine you use at the register. So come on the number de my and Kebe who say 15,000 plus year yes she ye to me who say one of those and ye the car home and I say a bibi fufro. You deny someone you denied us access to those ones. Na pacha say Kronfo no money no. Kronfo no money no. Say won nim Kronfo no one
yira for a standing trial. They definitely know them.
Ain't na me say there be ye to me ekoye operation wo baby. Police for koye operation bo ahia on this bullion van ya. Ye amount for ekoye enkrofo aye che wonom. Aye so mo nko kire yen. Baby other you know awono. Sa enkrofo nso bia nim say police eche no do ko baby a o hye mfimfi. Baako left baako right. Ene ye dio muduru side. Police anka omo nchen no. But etu anka omo nchen no. Nenso enkrofo mo kwakwa kire police for say aha na me other colleagues no no. Ye duru ho ye kunkum omo nyina. You see there was your friend is saying shoot out and can be as have crofo 4 na omo kwakọ kire no omo ne ka omo anka police camp. You understand? Inti these stories people can tell because we can decide
for Munji Electoral Commission
in the state in which it is the Munji because what the ayera or laptop ayera number serial number e wo ho fama ye nyina ye mo ane enko hwe kronfo o se dem dun fama
party be opposition me and the Electoral Commission nti enye wan wase Munji omuni
oh betumi akasa but truth be told most of the time NDC and complaining about the Electoral Commission.
When you are in power, you don't.
Even when we are in opposition. Even when we are in opposition. Why? Your friend is saying opposition. 2008. We all sat at the strong room, and even videos came out. All that we were talking about was figures. We never blame Afarijan for anything. But when the numbers were changing,
but they said when Ketia war a contadi lidi NDC for Kujina Electoral Commission demanding that the declaration be made in favor of the NDC.
Exactly. We went there. And yes, in your money, we were all in the. And at a point, we got to okay. Figures change you, you, we have still crossed 50 plus 1%. Go ahead. And the koye yana e kobe mu time be mu say there se koto aba no e wo time. There were about I think 48,000 people. The closeness of the to be akotoma one side be to me esesa. And now Afrajan declare yes say okay yankoto time no emra answer no aba be declare. But we felt to say at that point he could have announced it. We didn't have any problem during the process. But it was the announcement that we had a problem with. You caught time by Nyamiadom, Yedi Nkunim. What happened? Everybody accepted it. But this time, no, the fight is ahead of even our register. That is where our problem is. And it looks like, almost in all this, no, even MPP, the time they were in opposition and fighting the system, demanding things. Demanding Afrajan and I said the Electoral Commission and granted. To the extent of even granting them this forensic audit. Opaque ballot box to transparent. Who did it? It's MPP. Biometric. Yeah, pencil. Every demand of the MPP was agreed. Even biometric, pona na ye fight to say dear na ye nisika de be biometric and na there. Later, development partners can say ye betua e de amam. Ohona ase dun ketua ka say biometric ye cry say ye nye you cry no. E be boa ye cry chain MPP. And de abrewa e be ka no kore. If I'm quoting asedu nketia right. And the biometric no e buy. Ye win elections we won it. Inti adenti na mami we die. Anything that will bring transparency, ebema assurance, no, or fighting.
Akugan, bo break, mame. We try me who abasisi.
Oh, try who abasisi.
We try me who abasisi. Me ba na ye demonstration proper. In Shisheye, how do you ensure there's going to be a peaceful demonstration, especially when you are doing it simultaneously, and all your national executives may not be everywhere? Near where mususu se way betimi ede nsakran na mo hwehwe na dia bremu ana. Mame na me honkomra sisia 98.9 FM pa ho Daben dwumadi ni 2:30 second stay me ton ade aba sisia.
Baby, when you say first now you have been you said I'm politics. You say politics for no money or money and money. But and I'm more a bit more so into and you say a bit boama of my now for so now about 1 o'clock for now I a lawyer more mine lawyer for you know for fear for that.
Those of you who have been asking us if they don't comply, what would you do? This is your answer. On the 17th of this month, the NDC is embarking on a massive nationwide demonstration in all 16 regional capitals. Descend on the Electoral Commission offices, and we in Accra will descend to the headquarters.
Playing a chase-up game on us because we left this in 2015. When they said, oh, MPP is talking nonsense, MPP is talking rubbish.
98.9 FM Pamwa Daben Jumedie, and you've heard voices of Johnson Esiedun Ketia, chairman of the NDC, and former chairman Peter McMeno. My guest, a deputy communication officer, Emma NDC Amanyoko Godwin Gunn. Gunn, welcome back.
Thank you.
And thanks for your patience. And so, you know, course, by a but when I'm a humble, no when I'm a time crank, come you draw. But may that be great. So, 17th Namokosa demonstration. Obviously.
Exactly.
Okay. Must say a peaceful demonstration.
Very peaceful.
But what you say, he uses a word, descend on the EC offices.
It's because of where their office is because of where their office. Office now on Sunday to descend.
But that's not across the entire country.
Oh, so I know man can move. No. Also say Omombeko in this move to the EC office, but we in Accra will descend.
He used descend.
Oh, Bonnie Unity.
Those of you who have been asking us if they don't comply, what would you do? This is your answer. On the 17th of this month, the NDC is embarking on a massive nationwide demonstration in all 16 regional capitals. Descend on the Electoral Commission offices, and we in Accra will descend to the headquarters.
Maybe almost see your office or one sunny modo. Our people who will just climb up there.
But across the country.
We descend peacefully. Yes. Because you see, this demonstration we are doing, Bibi, we want to stop violence on the day of elections.
Okay.
Maybe
prevent it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Truth is, wo say na minimum oko na so di enima ebe ya oya but obeko but obi wo a ompene on to bia onkoi obi so beka so odi nim free hako
possible say we bana obi a mema to aba 2019 to 2000 obetimi aba pa say me din kopiem. Is it possible?
And that is what is happening, and that is why we must prevent it from happening. You understand? So this is very critical. Mami ke bibi ntro obi a ohunu bibi da no yemfa niema bi entoto niema ho manu sumuna so, but what can trigger things na me wo yemfa na me obuno anase bunu east and na bete say abrantie bi asori ahemrate 3 o'clock out of frustration or the hammer akwa see the big 6 force e wo airport runabout
bubuni nyina egu
we bubuni nyina egu say big 6 rekompe so hu omkra e wo baby
na no ma ageni ni case no.
Exactly. That should tell you say frustration e bankrofo e ye niema. And if you look at the frustration in our country today, Bibi, your social setting no and semi 10 cities, J5 cities in yen channel. And no and na ekipi ebinum sesia. Sankanya sa, what would have happened? This demonstration is also about traders. Omope dollar. Obi asabi unim how the economy is an asabie. You may not see the picture well because a yaw Emma and Crawford Obi or all his life me in school na me call bank ekoye adwuma. Obi ba ye banks no egugu menya adwuma enye. I am frustrated and all those things. That me one video be of somebody in a trotro wa dress kama nice man excuse me to say, or your friend is say Muslim.
Okay.
It and sister 2 CDs.
Ah, me have video no.
And sister 2 CDs.
Only made a hum so they.
Thank you. It is frustration. Say me 2 CDs. And a whole day corner. Ebia bibia me come sense so kokofaka. Ayade. Obi beka say oh na papa anka 2 CDs so the anka. Jaiba enkai. It's also about a nurse. When we school as in previous. All trying say obenya placement be na anka wanye eduma. Na for ebia 5 years 6 years wanya placement. Neni bre no mefa ngibibi anko swen wo because you don't know what it will take. It's about a brand here be a yajene girl. A baba one corner and nancy for about 5 years. But zika someone to me ya obane one day. And a bema
happy Valentine Mass wedding.
Moya bibi sa on.
Free.
Now ebusia foso ebo ababa one punu. Ababa one door a brand here no names away me dream. But there's pressure on me to marry. This is about the things that people is going through the minds and the hearts of people in this country. So don't take it lightly because you will be a one. Sometimes be to me see now after the reaction now. What to say? Madam Fubia, Nibu food sabi pepe no akwa koshe empobwa no started jogging. Say the beya be free. Nimu massa. People are going through things. Let us have a fair elections. Do be winning, do be lose bra.
Peter McMahon will say you are playing catch up. Now, complaints about voter register.
Yes.
Evans Nimakon, Director of Elections of the MPP,
yes.
to say, Niamoke can't say when you're ready for
yes.
the election.
Yes.
What reaction is saying?
Madam Wasi because Oma Misha Mukasi in Wedrian, Yan Zubian in one. Into me. And omode ekasano.
Okay.
Because it's not a matter of obi trim and say obi entremu ewo. The register means much more to everybody. We are talking today because seven prayers are ye ni obia obeka bi edi amayen. When the NPP were in opposition and you may be a electoral commission here and yet and find a so we agree with them. We agree with the NPP. And we do a lot of things and we solve a lot of things, even without a peace council and yema. Now, sa wunanka wa appointed Bosman Asare. Tescon or your patron a war Legon. Wuna wa appointed a PJ or be a communication officer for MPP. Say uncle electoral commission, we call electoral commission. Wuna wa appointed your friend is saying Dr. Consultant, IT consultant, or Kolebu, MPP, Chum, and he appointed some consultant, some cabin. You will not complain. You understand? You are part of Jane Mensa, MPP for Ekwakoye or more. Your friends, women, friends, appointees program. No, Timubi. So it will tell you, say, if you have a year, especially your party, the electoral commission is an annex of your political party. It will be also a quadrant. But you see, in Pennyforce, what goes round comes around.
Demonstration way, another form of let my vote count.
It's not my let my vote count. It may look like it, but it is not. It's about enough is enough. Let the right thing.
Is it not the same demand?
Because
we want to ensure that every voter,
everything was counting for them.
Okay.
It was counting for them. We have brought this evidence. Say this is it. More admitted say my system no vulnerable into be to me a room. But however vulnerable it is only easy for the to me a room. A PhD need more koniaba and no yen. And a doctor here or your consultant, your friend is a medical officer here or your colleague, I get the name. And room a kobasa.
We need evidence,
but you see,
we need evidence.
Let me tell you something. I don't need to have an evidence.
Why not?
Because you have the key, you have the software, you have access to the machine. Access are uwono, mimi nibi, mona mo. So say bibiba, not something has been tempered with that. But I mean, assure them of one thing. Exactly. Let me assure them of one thing. Whether for forensic audit today or after John Mahama's victory, there will be forensic audit. And you see, Obia Opese will change BB. I will register more. Ne practice will be a Opese a bagana. Opese maintain wase a bagana. And you will definitely be punished. You will definitely be punished. And with a forensic audit, it can also tell you who entered the system, what time, and what did you do.
Mujidi said demonstration will be force electoral commission to allow for a forensic audit.
It must.
A forensic audit means allowing an independent person to enter the system.
Exactly. With your IT people. Until they cannot change anything. They are working through with you.
Can this demonstration deliver that?
It must deliver that.
What if it doesn't?
It must.
So movie demonize is no way I'm going.
Don't worry. In this demonstration, let me also use this opportunity to call on all Ghanaians, especially Omubami inbox mu, and this is the time to show say you are ready for power, because who vote in Mwabeda to Abama Miama Yapakobo and by any amount. Everyone must show up on the streets of Accra on Tuesday, and wherever you will be in the region, be part of the demonstration.
Watch the NDC for one
demonstration, because and Nyama Basabasaya is after elections. Look at the number of people, the 7 people that were killed. There was somebody who didn't even vote. Young girl, 8 o'clock. 8-year-old. On number B, as a stray bullet. You understand? It is a two equatorial the tria. It saves everybody. Man can say, "Ona, Adriania would then move to me. It be 1 year. Will be let's prevent that."
Godwin Gunn.
Bra, Honorable Bismarck Brown.
I am grateful.
Thank you very much.
Let me see more of you.
I'll do that.
Now, 7 Adija Ghana for finally, the victory of NDC is coming again. And I can assure you, say, we are also having majority in Parliament. Yes, we are having a deafening majority in Parliament. And with all this, Mate say 2 places be affily independent and all that. Yeah. Independent for you.
Baku are from planes, no.
Okay.
Yes, into no. And the other one, I'm not too sure.
Oh,
definitely. But you see, Mesre Obibia said, elections are it is a destiny changing. It's not for wishes. Sanka for wishes Anka me sure say Obi abe to me acting upon Koso. But this is a definite thing that we will need to reset Ghana and also to put Ghana back on track. And you know, so we MPP Nipo, look at a party and certain MP for Wali or say elections no cry on Kobu na 13 doors. A stalwart like a former general secretary.
One person at 13 doors was in the interest of the party.
And
peace.
Even look at Obia. Odi MPP chief enya appointment for footballer Samuel Jan and ne osi afuno. Look at Honorable Into Obi Ankoye general secretary of the NPP osi afuno untumi enye bio. It must make you know that there's something going wrong in that party. We MPP ni krana as I say utumi accept says our party we enko opposition na yentumi enhye ne ye emra. Whoever thought say Alan will be on a ticket abra enye NPP and okon ediaman. I can mention a lot more. Even here ODH Asin Central MP Honorable
Asin Central
Kennedy Japan and then onokra doing say Baumia into me MBT John Dramani.
But anyone in the campaign,
there be 1 year be actually because I also had the bay because all for one could be any yam. You understand? So this is the time I said your support. And my Excellency John Dramani Mahama now utumi and research Ghana and my baby.
Medasi. What is Shrawo?
Amen.
To